Justice League Unlimited, Superman caught an ass whooping from Doomsday that was and wasn't meant for him. The whole ordeal started back in Justice League with the Justice Lords. On their world, Superman went a bit too far when Lex Luthor was wilding out as president. What's a bit too far? He might have killed Lex a little bit, but hey, he had it coming, and it got things in order. I mean, order, fascism, Then the Justice Lords met the Justice League, tricked the Justice League, and took their place on Earth 1. So Doomsday finally appears on the show, and he's not versing the Justice League of that Earth. He's versing the Justice Lords who've taken their place. This is kind of wild because it always goes with Doomsday fighting Superman when he first arrives. So now he's fighting a different Superman. And a whole different Justice League. I'll give the Justice Lords this. They wasted no time jumping that man and putting him ass up. Yeah, you tough with your shirt off and everything like that, but when you get rolled back ass up, Doomsday saw, alright, these motherfuckers real. Okay, cool. Hawkwoman came in swinging with the mace. I'm talking Serena Williams in her prime swinging that thing. She was walking dude down. He's like, alright, tried to grab the mace, but then gets electrocuted while holding on to it, and he's getting shocked for a good while, but then he gets used to it. Keep in mind, Doomsday is always adapting. What gives him pain at first becomes a kink later on. Easiest way to explain his survivability and adaptability. So he gets used to the pain, then uppercuts the fuck out of Hawkwoman. I'm talking Little Max super punch out uppercut. Superman tries to smother him with the truck. That ain't gonna stop this big man. Doomsday gets up and flips the ground onto the Justice Lords. John Jones, the Martian Manhunter from the other world, is like, alright, let me get this rocking real quick. He gave that man Doomsday a nasty 1-2 until a Channel 7 news van. It was a nice hit, but then Doomsday saw this gas leaking. He got Martian Manhunter up out of here with a nice explosion. Then just cool guys don't look at explosion, walks out of the fire. Green Lantern steps in, he gets checked the fuck out. Then Superman comes in and he is swinging. He's doing the Mortal Kombat 1-2 continuous punches to this dude's guts. Actually, correction, he's punching him on the nipples, which is, I ain't never seen that. Gets Doomsday up against the post and gives him the meanest right hook, left hook combo. It looks like Doomsday's getting a little bit embarrassed. Doomsday's like, alright, well, I can't be the only one getting embarrassed here, so let's go for a stage transition. He hits this man with a double axe handle hit, knocks him through to a sewers. Got this Justice Lord Superman face down in dookie juice. This is crazy. Picked that man up, then started ragdolling him around the tunnel. First and foremost, it's already disrespect because this dude's wearing a white cape and you got him down in the sewers getting fucking rocked. Then to turn around and use him as a glow stick to Willow Smith, I whip my hair back and forth this man. Turn this Justice Lord into a wacky inflatable tube man with the wavy arms. The fight goes back above ground. They're filming this shit and Lex Luthor sees this in jail. And this Justice Lord Superman gets laid out. He made this dude a pothole in the ground. Justice Lord Superman gets up like, alright, yo, what do you want? Doomsday's like, I don't know. Money, power, respect, what you need in life. I just came here to fight the best that this world had to offer and I ain't impressed. If I'm Justice Lord Superman, I would have been like, I mean, I'm not really from this world, but okay, he still took it personal anyway. Superman goes to lock up for a test of strength. Doomsday's like, nope, chucks him away. Justice Lord Superman's like, alright, you ain't gonna embarrass me on TV like this twice. Flies back in and starts giving him the big haymakers, the big meaty man haymakers. Doomsday got a high fight IQ though, because he used his elbow to block that third one. They look at each other and say, alright, we're gonna do this. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this. They give each other a haymaker and it sends a shockwave throughout the city. Justice Lord Superman is on his back. Doomsday walks back to him and says, hey, you think that can hurt me? Starts A-Town stomping this man. Stone Cold Steve Austin mudhole stomps and walking him dry. Doomsday's telling him, you think that can hurt me? My skin can withstand a nuclear explosion. This is nothing to me. What is it, a Saturday? This is a Tuesday to me. I'm the best ever. I'm the most vicious, brutal, and ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one that can stop me. You a conqueror? No, you ain't no conqueror. I'm a conqueror. I'm Alexander. You're no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anyone as vicious. I'm Darkseid. I'm Thanos. I'm from their cloth. There's no one like me. There's no one that can match me. My style's impetuous. My defense is impregnable. I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your children. Praise be to Allah. Justice Lord Superman heard all that shit and said, well, fuck this, and remembered all those episodes of Grey's Anatomy nip tuck that he watched and gave this dude a lobotomy straight up using his heat vision. You want to talk all that shit to me while putting hands on me? Fuck that. He burned a hole through to this dude's mind. Doomsday was still trying to talk that mess too. Then my man started drooling and dropped down to his knees. Everybody's like, oh shit. Lois Lane said, yo, you lobotomized him. Justice Lord Superman said, all right, good, your eyes work. And any other questions? Any other questions? Actual questions, not statements. Now, people were rejoicing over this. The Justice League comes back, Superman gets his name cleared, but I mean, the damage is already done. The world done seeing what Superman could become. How dangerous the Justice League is sitting over there in the watchtower hovering over them. So Cadmus and the government start taking measures into their own hands. Cadmus starts beefing with the Justice League over a couple months, what turned into some years. And then one day when this island is being evacuated by the Justice League, some missiles are on the way. Batman goes to stop those missiles. He actually has to use his javelin plane to attach to the missile and lead it away from the island so it doesn't explode. He gets caught up in the blast. Meanwhile, Superman, Flash, and Wonder Woman and a bunch of others are on the island evacuating it. Imagine being in your place of work and then your op shows up. Someone that should have been your op, but then wasn't your op because someone else handled them. Doomsday showed up like, hey, I'm here to kill you. It's not a bad time? Superman's like, yo, first off, I'm at work. Secondly, yo, I know what happened to you. I'm not the Superman that did that shit to you. Doomsday's like, I don't care. Do you know how long the walk was here? This man, Doomsday, ran through lava just to Luthez press Superman through the fucking volcano. He took that man down into more lava and started raining down less. My man was beating the meat out of Superman. First of all, to be in a lava bath and then getting punched in the face repeatedly by an op that isn't really your op. Superman said, all right, well, I've reached my level of fuck this, and drop kicked that man in the face. He had Doomsday flying back, then he used his heat vision to try and drop some boulders on him. This man, Doomsday, gets up holding the piece of the boulder that dropped on him and said, yeah, I remember those eyes. Nah, no, I'm sorry. Seeing this man do that shit, Clark gotta be feeling like Dave Chappelle after Wayne Brady shot him, just shouting out, it was Mooney! And Mooney said it like, it wasn't me! Justice Lord Superman did that. It wasn't me. But Doomsday ain't trying to hear any of that shit. He yokes Superman up, gets him against the wall, punches him right in the fucking eyes. Let's keep in mind that he's got bones on his fist. This dude gave him the John Jones eye pokes. Doomsday fighting dirty, Ric Flair level dirty, and telling Superman, let's see you do that again. This guy's opening his eyes just to see another fist coming toward his face again. Superman is blinded, but the boy's still nice. Doomsday tries to get him with a double axe handle to the back. Superman dodges that shit, hits him with a mean 1-2, and he tells him again, yo, I know who you are. I'm not the one that hurt you. Doomsday's like, Superman, I'm gonna kill you. Superman's like, why? Doomsday's like, it's what I am. Why are you talking? This is just what I do. It's a Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, this is a typical Tuesday for me. He tackles Superman again. And Help is calling Superman like, yo, do you need the cavalry to come in? He's like, nah, just keep doing what you're doing. You gotta respect Superman for putting the people first. This dude's getting knocked around inside a volcano and it's like, nah, fuck me. Help them. I got this. He flies back at Doomsday, and Doomsday greeted him with the meanest left. You could literally smell the stank on it, but it woke Superman up. Superman said, all right, combo time. Work the body, work the head. Doomsday's still in it, answered back with the 1-2. This man is not going down easy, so Superman has to take him down. Wonder Woman can hear the ass whooping Superman's getting in her ear. She's like, yo, I will come help you. He's like, no, getting those people to safety is important. This isn't important. Sir, you gotta give it up to this dude. He spears Doomsday out of the volcano and they Tom Petty free fall outside. You know it's bad because that shit in slow motion, like they don't know where their wits are about them. The landing is bad and it gets worse because Doomsday's already up on his feet. This dude jumps up and punches Superman in the back of the head. That is the meanest rabbit punch I've ever seen in my life. Look at the size of his fist. It's the size of a freaking Buick. It's one thing to be disrespectful by jumping on this man's back and punching him in the head, but reaching down and grabbing Superman by his face and then Nerf ball tossing him through a jungle? Then still holding on to his face and slamming him down. I'm feeling like I'm listening to Korn falling away from me because he is beating him down into the ground. Superman has finally reached his level of fuck this as he's being choked to death with one hand by Doomsday. He goes for the heat vision and goes right to Doomsday's head, but Doomsday's like, that's not gonna work, right across the face. Superman got his shirt off. He looks both sexy and pathetic at the same damn time. He getting his ass whooped and he's on the ground like, oh Jesus. Getting your ass kicked into a Playgirl pose is a new one, but here we are. And Doomsday reminds him, hey, you ain't gonna beat me the same way. Superman said, all right, I'm gonna need a bigger fire then. My man gets up and starts laying into Doomsday's face. I'm talking big George Foreman swings. These are knuckle sandwiches made on the George Foreman grill. Superman gets Doomsday on his back and he doesn't go for the ground and pound. He goes for the ground and stomp. He jumps up in the air and drop kicks this man into the face again. This man really just hit Doomsday with Finn Balor's coup de grace on the face. And this is why a pissed off Superman is always great. He picks Doomsday up by the face to return the disrespect, gets him over his head for a military press, and just tosses that man into the volcano. Superman got that man the fuck up out of here and then made the volcano explode, finally taking out the whole island. This dude dropped to his knees. He was done. Wonder Woman swooped in to get him like, oh, time to go. We then see Doomsday encased in volcanic rock in front of the Justice League sans Batman, questioning him about who sent him, if Cadmus created him, and this dude is keeping quiet. They can't have John read his mind because he's been altered to resist mind reading. Doomsday is really taking stop snitching to heart, and Superman's telling him you owe them nothing. They manipulated you, then tried to kill you. Doomsday's like, yeah, I keep hearing that. Superman's like, from who? And he's like, hey, all you need to know is, I'm gonna kill you. This shit ain't gonna hold me forever. Superman's saying, you don't want to phone a friend? Nothing? Alright, well, that's your final answer. And then we see him bring out the Phantom Zone projector. And he tells Doomsday, alright, well, this is going to send you to another dimension. You won't be hurt, but you won't be able to hurt anyone else either. Doomsday tells him, you'll wish you killed me. Damn! We then see Superman and Wonder Woman go to the ICU to see Batman. Wonder Woman's trying to make light of the situation, saying, you'll do anything to get out of monitor duty, won't you? Bruce is not trying to hear it. He tells him, you sent him off to the Phantom Zone, didn't you? Superman's like, he left us no choice. Batman says, spoken like a true justice lord. Sir, what? Yeah, look at us, passing judgment like gods with our superpowers and superpower base. Yo, I'm sorry. Tone it down. I understand you're scared. I understand you see that Cadmus has a point. Batman's telling him, yo, what if they're right? What if we do turn into like the Justice Lords? What would stop you from doing what that Superman did? And Superman's like, well, there's always that kryptonite you keep on you. Batman gets all fussy. Hey, you don't get to make jokes. I took a bullet for you, all right? Not today. And Superman's like, all right, you're right, but you ain't got to worry about me like turning over, man. You know me. No, I'm sorry. Nah, no to all of this. Get off your fucking high horse. This is why I can't stand Batman. Oh, you sent him to the Phantoms. Oh, where were you? Where were you? Assed up, broken ribs and shit like that from stopping a bomb. That man was going to kill me and other people. You want to say this another way? Okay, tell me the way then. Tell me the way. Fuck out of here, man. Like, what do you want me to do? That man was kicking Superman's ass, and he still did the most humane thing he could do. And again, it was an ass whooping that was meant for him, because he always fights Doomsday in the comic books. But here in this instance, it wasn't meant for him, because the Justice Lord Superman did that wild shit to Doomsday, not this Superman. If anything, Superman just showed how much restraint he has, because I'm sorry. If an op that's not really your ops but is making you their ops has you on the front page paper like this, they should be happy it's the Phantom Zone and not a coffin.